Welcome to Charles Travels, the journey that takes us to the most fascinating destinations and explores the wonders of our world. I'm your host, Charles, and I'm delighted to have you join me today as we embark on a cosmic adventure, exploring one of the most intriguing phenomena in the night sky, the Great Rift of the Milky Way. As we gaze up at the star-filled canvas above, it's easy to get lost in the vast expanse of twinkling lights. But amidst this celestial showcase, there exists a region that stands out for its striking darkness, a place where new stars are born from great clouds of gas and dust. This is the Great Rift, a darkened swath of the Milky Way that stretches across the sky like a mysterious, inky veil. Imagine yourself standing on a clear summer evening, far from the glow of city lights, with the Milky Way stretching above you like a shimmering river of stars. As you follow the starry band upwards, you notice a black area, like a void in the celestial tapestry. This is the Great Rift, where ancient cultures saw not just darkness, but constellations and myths that told stories of their ancestors and gods. The Incas, for example, saw a dark constellation they called Yacana the Llama, rising above Cusco every year in November. It's fascinating to think about how our ancestors interpreted these dark areas, weaving tales and legends around them, just as we do today with the stars themselves. As we delve deeper into the mystery of the Great Rift, we find ourselves at the forefront of astronomical discovery. The dust that obscures this region is not just any dust, it's a sign of star-forming activity, where new worlds are taking shape and the building blocks of life are being forged. It's a reminder that our universe is dynamic, ever-changing, and full of wonder. So, if you find yourself on a clear night, away from the city lights, take a moment to gaze up at the Milky Way. Look for the Great Rift, that dark, winding path through the stars. Let your imagination run wild with the stories of old and the secrets that lie hidden in the cosmos. For in the darkness of the Great Rift, we find not just the absence of light, but a doorway to the infinite possibilities of the universe. We'll be right back with more fascinating travel adventures on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels, where we're exploring the fascinating stories that make America the diverse and vibrant country it is. As we continue our journey, we find ourselves at a crossroads, where two seemingly aligned movements may be heading for a collision course. The Make America Healthy Again MAHA movement, with its strong roots in skepticism towards big pharma, big agriculture, and big chemical, has been a vocal supporter of the Trump administration's anti-vaccine actions and food safety reforms. As we delve into the heart of this story, we meet ordinary people who are doing extraordinary things. We talk to farmers like John, who has dedicated his life to growing organic produce, free from the pesticides and toxic chemicals that MAHA is so vehemently opposed to. John's commitment to sustainable farming is not just a passion, but a way of life, one that he believes is essential for the health and well-being of his community. We also visit small towns like Greenfield, where local customs and traditions are woven into the fabric of everyday life. The town's annual Harvest Festival, for example, celebrates the rich agricultural heritage of the region, with homemade crafts, locally sourced food, and a deep appreciation for the land and its people. It's here that we see the importance of tradition and community, as folks come together to support one another and promote healthy living. However, as MAHA's stance on pesticides and toxic chemicals becomes more pronounced, it may find itself at odds with its Republican allies, who have historically been supportive of the agricultural and chemical industries. This potential rift raises important questions about the role of government in regulating these substances and the impact that such regulations could have on small-town America. As we explore this complex issue, we're reminded of the dignity of ordinary work, like farming, and the beauty of everyday life in rural America. We see how the changing face of agriculture is affecting communities like Greenfield, and how individual stories, like John's, are shaping the national conversation around health and wellness. The value of taking the back roads, as we do on Charles Travels, allows us to discover hidden gems like Greenfield and to appreciate the regional differences that make America so unique. It's a reminder that, even in the face of uncertainty, there is wisdom to be found in small towns, and that the power of individual stories can inspire us to create positive change. As we navigate this intricate landscape, we're struck by the connection between people and place, and the ways in which our environment shapes us. We see how the land, with its rich soil and abundant resources, has given rise to a community that is deeply rooted in tradition and committed to healthy living. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels. As we conclude our journey today, I want to take you to the heart of America's public health system, where a sense of uncertainty has been gripping local health departments across the country. The Trump administration's decision to delay or block millions of dollars in federal grants from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, has injected chaos into these vital programs. Let's visit a small town like Oakdale, where the local health department has been working tirelessly to combat the opioid epidemic, provide immunizations to children, and support individuals struggling with mental health issues. The dedicated team of healthcare professionals, led by Director Sarah, has been doing extraordinary work with limited resources, relying heavily on federal grants to fund their initiatives. However, with the CDC funding changes, the future of these programs is now shrouded in uncertainty. Sarah and her team are left wondering when or if they will receive the money that's already been appropriated by Congress. This lack of clarity has made it challenging for them to plan and allocate resources effectively, putting the health and well-being of their community at risk. As we explore this story, we're reminded of the importance of stability and predictability in public health funding. The consequences of these changes are far-reaching, affecting not only the local health departments, but also the people they serve. We see how the delay or blockage of funds can disrupt critical services, compromise the quality of care, and undermine the trust between healthcare providers and their patients. In towns like Oakdale, where community is everything, the impact of these changes is deeply felt. The local diner, where folks gather to discuss the issues of the day, is filled with conversations about the uncertainty surrounding the health department's funding. The sense of unease is palpable as people worry about the potential consequences for their families and neighbors. As we navigate this complex landscape, we're struck by the resilience and dedication of healthcare professionals like Sarah, who continue to work tirelessly despite the challenges they face. We see how their commitment to serving their community is unwavering, even in the face of uncertainty. The story of Oakdale's health department serves as a reminder of the critical role that local healthcare systems play in supporting the well-being of our communities. It highlights the need for stable and predictable funding, ensuring that these vital programs can continue to provide essential services without interruption. As we conclude today's journey, I want to leave you with a sense of appreciation for the unsung heroes working in public health, like Sarah and her team. Their selfless dedication to serving others is a testament to the very best of American values. Let us recognize the importance of their work and advocate for the resources they need to continue making a positive impact on our communities. That's all for today's Charles Travels. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep on traveling. That's all for today's Charles Travels. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, keep on traveling.